I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And if you don't mind, could you just stay standing for one brief moment? Our fellow committee member, Will Pauls, lost his son last week, and would just like to offer a moment of silence for that. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ellis?
Yeah.
Thompson?
Yes.
Paul?
He is excused.
Rosenberg?
Here.
And Brown.
I'm here. Move a couple things around this evening. We're going to take Resolution 335, which I'm going to read, which is appointing Courtney Vellani, is that correct? As a full-time communications officer 1 in the police department. Could I have a motion for that?
Make a motion.
That's perfect. Roll call, please.
Ellis?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
Rosenberg?
Yes.
And Brown.
Yes. And now that we've done that, Chief, where are you? There you are. We've got some people there that have to go to work, so we figured, you know what, we're putting this first.
All right, well, first of all, thank you. And as I've kind of said before, a lot of times we recognize our police officers when they take the oath. We put them center stage, take the oath, and recognize them in a formal fashion. And we're trying to do the same, and it's deserving of our first responders, and we consider our communications staff our first responders. So I was excited to have Courtney come in and recognize her before Township Committee, the residents of Eggbert Township, and some of her future co-workers in the back who came in to honor and recognize Courtney. So I just a little bit of background because I think it's important. So Courtney comes to us from, well, she is from New Jersey, but she was up in Hartford, Connecticut, and she worked for Hartford Emergency Services and Telecommunications Center. And she did that shortly after graduating from Hartford, University of New Haven. So she worked there for over 2 years. Now, if you don't know the size or how busy Hartford Emergency Services is, they handle over 300,000 calls a year. Courtney at times would be responsible for communications with up to 80 officers per shift. So, and again, I expressed to her what a pleasure it was to read her background, the background investigation that was done by Detective Daly. There wasn't one derogatory, and normally we find some dirt, but one derogatory that we were able to find. And something that's a testament to her is we send out, inquiries or questionnaires to her coworkers, and they're not required to send them back. And so we sent out well over 20 to her coworkers, and 16 of them responded. And every one of them, and I'm going to give you a little bit of background. These are repetitive comments that they chose to make on her behalf, and I think it speaks about the type of people we hire. Hiring people is tough, and I'd say that I'd like to think we do a pretty good job. Our command staff, Sherry in the back and John Hine, our detectives, but we have 2 young ones, Chad Frazier and Juwan Parker, and Catellis back there. We hire good people. And so when I read this to you, to me, this is representative. This is the type of people we want to bring here to Eggbert Township. So these are repetitive, but I'll say excellent communicator, reliable. Don't get too full of yourself, all right? All right. Reliable, confident, courteous, caring, kindness, polite, respectful, dependable, trustworthy, lost to our department, strong and great asset to Hartford and now us. Studious, I like studious, it keeps you sharp. Resourceful, team player, model employee, quick learner, very punctual, learned faster than I did, and she's not even from Hartford. Again, these are comments from her. Shows great poise in the calm of the storm when things are going crazy, works well under pressure, one of the best trainees and employees we had. We will be extremely happy. I don't know where that came from, but I'm happy. One of the nicest people here in Hartford. She preferred to work police radio, which is the most challenging and stressful position. Is able to make snap decisions. There was one critical feedback, that she's not loyal.
To what team? To what team? She's not a
It was
Patriot fan.
but in the next comment by that same person, it was because she unfortunately was leaving them. So that
Okay.
and that because they were unhappy that she was leaving. She should not be offered a position. One of the comments, she should not be offered a position with us. When we asked, should she be offered the position, they said no, because she should stay with us in Hartford. So if she can dispatch in Hartford from 300,000 calls, and their types of calls are, shootings and almost regularly. I think if she can dispatch in that type of environment, she's going to do pretty well here in Egg Harbor Township. And on her last day of dispatching there, she handled 2 separate shootings, both with multiple victims and callers, facilitating aid to the victims, all while keeping officers informed and updated on the suspects involved in those shootings. So according, again, Hartford, we will regret not hiring her, and they're sad to see her leave. And she was the kind of employee we wished we had many like. She will do great things, and we're going to be lucky to have her. And like I said, these are the type of people that we want here in Egg Harbor Township, and we seem to be getting them. We're very fortunate. And so I want to just, again, congratulations. We're very happy. We have the right support.
Chief, one question. How long are you in Hartford?
2 years.
Okay. Do you border Danbury, or is Danbury separated by townships? Danbury's to the west of you, right?
We were separated. I actually lived in Wallingford, but I commuted to Hartford from Lynn.
Okay. I'm familiar with the Danbury Ridgefield area, and I know Hartford's a busy, big city. If not the biggest in Connecticut, it's probably one of the bigger ones.
You said Wallingford, you know where Top Ties is? The Spanish restaurant? Well,
No.
I probably drove by it.
Yeah, I did work in New Haven, Hartford, and Bridgeport, and I knew Hartford. Oh my goodness. Wow, you might fall asleep here. Hey, y'all wake her up.
Well, we wish you all the best. We have a great squad back there. They do outstanding work, and we welcome you.
Thank you.
And with good people, we look for you to come in. Again, we're hiring a lot of new people lately. You are change agents. You're the future of this organization. And so we hope that, again, a lot of these positive qualities that you have, and especially your coworkers have said about you and your friends, we look for you to impact here, because that's the
And
future.
one thing, Chief, I mean, you work for a big department, and I think our dispatch center is the best. But if you think of things that he might need to know about that may be better for us in our conditions, please let us know, because I know Hartford's big.
Yes.
Okay, and you got fire radios, you got all kinds of people in there. How many people work with you on a shift?
About
Eight dispatchers, okay.
Yes.
And you had 80 cops on the road,
Yeah.
okay.
But that's
No,
just
no,
for
so-
one department.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of work.
And probably how many fire department, I mean, you probably have fire action too.
Yeah, we just had our own, but we do mutual aid to the surrounding cities as well.
Right. But any good suggestions? He's interested in.
You
Well-
work for good crew, real good crew.
Yeah.
Not just me, but you're Super Bowl. That's a great point. So yeah, so you bring something back, or you see something that can be done differently here. Again, because sometimes you know how police departments and first responders, we don't want to change. But if there's an idea that you have, again, no idea won't be entertained here, and I think we're pretty good at that. So all right. And I just want to recognize her mother in the back and her twin sister Samantha back there.
Hi.
So, but Samantha doesn't have, I don't think you have any dispatch experience, so she can't come in as an imposter when she's out sick. So. All right. Again, congrats and thank you, Township Committee.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Chief, can you stay, instead of staying to the end?
Okay.
Courtney, thank you. We wish you all the best.
Good luck.
Because Ray and I had talked about this. We had a young gentleman from Egg Harbor Township die over the last few days on an e-bike. And Ray knows him. Ray, I'm going to turn it to you.
if you notice most meetings towards the end, I always mention I'm scared to go to Philly because you might get shot. And I'm scared to drive in EHT and surrounding areas. You might get hit or in an accident. And we gotta find a way for these kids to understand they're not driving a Mack truck, 18-wheeler. We see kids every day up and down these e-bikes, bicycles, no helmets, and then they upped it from 20 to 40. You know, I'm just saying kids in general in the whole area. And it's no laws to state what you can and can't do with them. But I just like for parents and the kids to understand safety first. You know, it's cool to have your e-bike or your bicycle or whatever, but they don't want to wear a helmet, you know, and helmets can save some lives. That young man that was killed on his e-bike played football for me. And he wasn't going to the NFL, but he may have gone to the White House. He was a beautiful kid going too soon. And I just lost another kid of mine, a football player from 9 years old. He was the 30-year-old cop, died of a heart attack. I also said, men, we get a car, we change the tires. We get a car, we get a tune-up. We get a car, we fix the brakes. But let's fix ourselves and go to the doctors. You know, and we as men and women, we have to take care of our health. Our health comes first. We all have little habits that we do that hurts our health, but get yourself checked out. We're gonna sadly miss this young fella because he had a beautiful smile. He's a beautiful person. And he was one of my milk and cookie babies, you know. I used to always tease him, you want some milk and cookies because that means you're real thin. And then I would tell him I'm gonna send him to Big Mama for some collard greens, macaroni cheese, and ham hock. Because they were so small and so tiny, I'm like, I'm gonna send you to Big Mama so she could fatten you up. But he's gonna be sadly missed, and I know his peers are really going through it now. But, you know, let's be the rest of the kids to try to just prepare themselves for these bikes. I really don't like these bikes at all because you see them everywhere now.
And Chief, that's why I asked you to come in on regarding this, because I think everyone in this room makes comments about how dangerous they are. We see kids blowing right through stop signs and all kinds of dangers, and it's scary, and they can get killed, as we have one in our own town. So, what do you have to say?
Well, the one thing I can say is, yes, unfortunately, sometimes tragedy sparks up discussion and then potential enforcement and change. So one of the things that came out in May was it's called a micro-mobility guide from the state of New Jersey. It's a product through the New Jersey Department of Transportation in Rutgers, New Brunswick. And basically the e-bikes and bicycles and everything, they're considered micro-mobilities, which, again, we make up, names for a lot of different things. But so there's 3 different classes of e-bikes, and then there's 2 different types of scooters. It's very confusing. And you had, Deputy Mayor, you had mentioned something up to 40 miles per hour. Well, unfortunately, it's actually against the law to modify the specs or the motor of the bike because they really, depending on the class, one class is they're designed to go no more than 20 miles per hour, and another one is 28 miles per hour. But for someone to modify that's illegal, and anyone under the age of 17 is required to wear a helmet. So I don't know what kind of e-bike he was riding, or whether or not it was a scooter. Which again, they're a little bit different. The e-bikes kind of have the pedal propulsion in addition to the motor or electric motor, whereas the scooters do not. And I don't know what he was riding. But
That's what I was saying. Not speaking about him, speaking about the e-bikes in general. We all know the speed limit is, say for example, is 25, but people do 50. That's just like the bikes are going up to 20, but they're gearing them up to do 40. So I'm speaking in the whole, as far as the e-bikes as a whole. Not saying that this kid had it jacked up or whatever. I just want to protect all these kids.
well, what we can do is we can start looking at maybe things that we can push out through our social media as far as education and reminding our youth on what's required when riding these bikes or e-bikes or scooters.
excuse me, real quick, Chief, and then you put the officers in jeopardy because you can't chase a kid down the street, you know, and that's the problem. Whereas you can't chase them, something would have happened to them while a police officer is chasing them. So it's like, it's more towards what you're saying, is to try to educate them, you know, because the last thing you want to do is see a cop have to chase a kid on an e-bike. You know, so I think education is the key to try to get them to acknowledge, hey, it is dangerous.
One thing I'll say is I thought the same thing when 2 years ago when this trend started with e-bikes, I was surprised that we haven't had some of these tragedies more so than not. But again, I'd like to look at how we as an organization have done things over the years, not just recently, but over the years. We're very involved in our schools. Our officers are in our schools, whether it's traffic education, whether it's DARE or now LEAD, Adopt a Cop, all the little visits that we do, Read Across America. I think for a town our size, our department does a really good job of getting in the schools, getting in front of children, and not just during schools, even after hours. We're out there. You know, our officers are encouraged to make contact with children or juveniles in the community when they're not, you know, dealing with typical calls for service. So I do think we do a very good job at being out front as far as the community engagement with children. But this is one thing, again, this is one area we can maybe do a little bit better. You know, look at those, you know, if we see someone who's 17 years of age or under, not wearing their helmet, take a little bit more enforcement action. Now that enforcement action can simply be as a conversation, a warning. And also we've had it before where we reward kids that we see that are obeying. But I would say that those are things that we can start doing. Not to say we haven't done them in the past, but we prioritize. I mean, and but we know it's a problem. It's a safety issue, and we'll pass the message along to our officers to, you know, be more aware if they see someone who's, you know, 17 or under, to try to take some type of enforcement action.
Push it to the parents too.
Chief, do they need to have lights on?
They do. They have to have a white light.
Because the other day on Zion, I clocked this kid well over 40 on an e-bike, and I know they can.
Well, if that e-bike, if they were going over 40 again, they've modified it, which is against the law.
But no headlight, no nothing, no tail.
No, they're required to have a white light on the front, a red light on the back, and a bell. A bell, so the trucks going by can hear you. But
The old bicycle bell.
yes,
Yeah.
a bell or a horn maybe. But
But yeah, if we could, put out a social media presence on that, and I know through the schools, that's where our target audience is in the schools. So, but they're gonna go back to school in September with one of their students missing. So, we don't want any more to leave.
I guess that Simmons Way was the bike path too. We gotta watch them on the bike path doing those kind of speeds.
and also know that really pretty much all the classes except for one of the scooters can be rode on public roadways, just like any bicycles or.
You see them. You see them all the time. I know this was late notice. I just talked to you at what, 4:15?
Yes.
About this. So this was very late notice, but we just want to bring attention to it, you know, because it was such a tragedy that might not have needed to happen.
I was looking for any of our younger our officers that are actually out, you know, fighting the fight, so to speak. You know, again, we're figureheads. We're in the office. I look at it as we're putting the resources in place and preparing the field so they can go out and do play the game. So I was looking for some of our officers that are out there to see, you know, to see what they are actually observing and what they're doing. But we can certainly, and Captain Bergen's in the back, I see her, and we can certainly start having these discussions, because it is discussions. Like I said, tragedy, unfortunately, brings up something else that is new that needs to be prioritized.
It increases awareness for everybody.
Awareness,
and
yes.
It's just something we all have to keep an eye on.
But I will emphasize, yes, helmets are required 17 years of age or under, and that's the start. That's a start. But then a lot of these e-bikes, and I'll give you an example. So after this tragedy that happened in Summers Point, one of our lieutenants, his son, how old did he just turn? 10, 11? Lieutenant Graham? 13. Okay, so he's a 13-year-old, and he wanted for a gift an e-bike. And again, his father and mother were absolutely not. No way. It's not worth the risk. So.
The last thing we want, Chief, is the officers to have to chase. I know they wouldn't chase a kid on that bike, but they don't follow rules, riding the bike. So they're not going to follow rules when they see the car. So catch them at Wawa where they park. Something got to be. The last thing we want to do is chase a kid. But, we got to protect these kids. And I know you do a great job with your men. And like I said, we just got to educate these kids to danger. They don't have fear. They don't fear that stuff. My son always wanted a motorcycle. I got him a scooter down in Florida. He fell. All the skin came off. I was so glad that happened to him because he would have been on a motorcycle or something later on. So that kind of scared him, so.
But thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else while you're here? I figured I brought you up first because I know dispatch had to go back. The officers were done. So.
What time do you want to end the meeting?
You got a minute and a half. Anything you'd like to say?
Well, again, traffic safety, and we kind of talk about this all, but so yesterday was the 25th anniversary of Ensign John Elliott's death on Route 40, 25 years ago yesterday. So we had a ceremony in Powell's Grove yesterday, and we took our hero car and we attended that. And also today we had a kind of a service in Absecon, and it was part of the county initiative and really responding, having conversations and taking action as far as the response from last year's, unfortunate being second in the state for fatalities, the Atlanta County. So they had a service today and in remembrance and prayer of the victims that died on Atlanta County roadways last year. So it's about, and so that's the trend right now. And again, we're being responsive to the tragedies that occurred last year. And I know this Friday we're going to have the CARE initiative, which is the Atlanta County Traffic Task Force. They're going to be out enforcing traffic on Friday. So there'll be a lot of police activity out along Route 322 on Friday evening, I believe it is. Right? And which kind of goes back to, we're trying to, again, collectively with other agencies, bring back the emphasis on traffic safety. And people sometimes will equate that to, more tickets and things like that. It's not always the case. Sometimes it's just stopping and having a conversation with a motorist, and that can change behavior. So, and that's also jointly with Mr. Elliott and the Hero Campaign. So kind of all working together. And other than that, I don't really have anything right now.
Chief, I have one more thing. Do captains and above, do y'all have short sleeve shirt? You look hot.
We do have short sleeve, but
you look mighty hot up in here.
we wore this because we were at the service, so
okay.
Didn't want to be underdressed.
Right. Okay. Good, because you look hot.
So.
Good looking hot.
You're good looking. It's good looking hot, but it's hot.
So that
I want you to be comfortable, Chief.
we do have short sleeves.
Okay. Good.
Thank you,
I
Chief.
think that's it.
We appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
And we appreciate all of you coming in. Thank you. All right, now we're going back to our regularly scheduled meeting, right?
Regularly scheduled program.
Yes. All right, ordinance public hearing. Mr. Friedman, ordinance 18.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance 18 is an ordinance appropriating $1,900,000 and authorizing the issuance of $1,425,000 in bonds, notes, or other similar debt instruments to fund the construction of various recreational improvements to Tony Canale Park, to be funded with loan and grant monies received by the township from the New Jersey Green Acres Program. The purpose of this ordinance is to appropriate and issue bonds or notes to fund various recreational improvements to Tony Canale Park, to be financed through a combination of Green Acre loans and grant funding. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the public that would like to address ordinance number 18? Seeing none, can I have a motion to close the public portion?
Make the motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Can I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 18?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Ordinance 19, Mr. Friedman?
Ordinance 19 is an ordinance authorizing the execution of an agreement for a tax abatement with Spencer Gifts LLC for the property located at 6826 Black Horse Pike, otherwise known as Block 2112, Lot 3.01 on the Egg Harbor Township tax map. The purpose of this ordinance is to authorize the execution of a tax abatement agreement with Spencer Gifts for property improvements, including a building addition, parking lot enhancements, a picnic area, and solar panel installation in accordance with NJSA 40A:21-1 et sec. And Chapter 201 of the Township Code. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the public that would like to address ordinance number 19? Seeing none, can I have a motion to close the public portion?
Make a motion.
Roll call, please.
Ellis. Thompson.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Yes.
And Berman.
Yes. Can I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 19?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Ellis. Thompson.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Yes.
And Berman.
Yes. Ordinance 20, Mr. Friedman?
Ordinance 20 is an ordinance amending Chapter 225 of the Code, Township of Egg Harbor, entitled Zoning, specifically Sections 225-40.2, 225-5, and 225-7. The purpose of this ordinance is to clarify zoning designations, correct typographical errors, and update specific zoning requirements. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the public that would like to discuss ordinance number 20? Seeing none, can I have a motion to close the public portion? Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ellis. Thompson.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Yes.
And Berman.
Yes. Can I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 20?
So moved.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Ellis.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Yes.
And Berman.
Yes. Ordinance for introduction, number 21, Mr. Friedman?
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance 21 is an ordinance to amend the Code of the Township of Egg Harbor, Chapter 6, entitled Administration of Government, specifically Article 9, Police Department. The purpose of this ordinance is to establish the position of special law enforcement officers within the police department and update hiring requirements to reflect the current state law, including eligibility criteria for county correction officers under the PTC waiver program. A public hearing on ordinance 21 will be held on August 13, 2025 at 5 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to introduce ordinance number 21?
So moved.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Ellis.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Yes.
And Berman.
Yes. Ordinance 22, Mr. Friedman?
Ordinance 22 is an ordinance appropriating $616,625 from the Capital Improvement Fund for final paving and restoration of West Jersey Avenue and various other roadways related to the Atlantic Shores Offshore Wind Project. The purpose of this ordinance is to fund final paving and restoration of West Jersey Avenue and other roadways impacted by the Atlantic County Offshore Winds Project using in lieu contributions received from Creamer Gingoli LLC. A public hearing on ordinance 22 will be held on August 13, 2025 at 5 p.m. Thank you.
Can I have a motion to introduce ordinance number 22?
So moved.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Ellis.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Yes.
And Berman.
Yes. Ordinance 23, Mr. Friedman?
Thank you. Ordinance 23 is an ordinance to amend Chapter 195 of the Code, Township of Egg Harbor, entitled Streets and Sidewalks, to update the definitions, application procedures, and roadway occupancy permit requirements. The purpose of this ordinance is to amend Chapter 195 of the Township Code to modernize and clarify requirements related to work within the municipal right-of-way. It renames the road opening permit to road occupancy permit, updates definitions, streamlines application procedures, revises restoration standards, and authorizes in lieu contributions for final paving. These updates are intended to enhance public safety, improve compliance, and reflect current engineering and administrative practices. A public hearing on ordinance 23 or 25 will be held on August 13, 2025 at 5 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to introduce ordinance number 23?
So moved.
I'll second it.
Roll call?
Ellis. Thompson.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Yes.
And Berman.
Yes. Resolution 331, the release of closed session. Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Roll call?
Ellis.
Yes.
Hodson.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Yes.
And Brennan.
Yes. The resolution consent calendar, we are pulling 335, so it's going to be 332, because we already did 335. So it's 332 to 334, 336,
3:30. Yeah.
337. Now 338, we're going to pull and do that separate. 339 through and including 357. Does anybody have any questions? If not, can I have a motion?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Ellis.
Yes.
Hodson.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Yes.
And Brennan.
Yes. Resolution 338. Tom, do you want to handle that one?
Yes, 338 is the resolution authorizing, nope, wrong one. Okay. 338, we had, it's granting unpaid military leave to Officer Brian Seiler for August 2nd, 2025. It was revised from the published version of Resolution 338, where he was off August 2nd to the 3rd, 6th to the 7th, 11th to 12th, 15 and 17. His orders got changed, canceled, so it's now just August 2nd unpaid. The whole resolution was redone, and that's what you got.
Yeah.
And we found out this morning.
Is that,
You found out this morning.
they can turn part of time for the active duty, or is it weekends?
It was just weekends for drill.
Okay, so it's weekend,
This is just one day now, August 2nd. Before he had.
because I read it before, the other one, I can't figure out where he's going to active duty.
Yeah, it was that 2 weeks
So,
of drill, but it was like every 2 days, it was like the weekend.
2 days
for
of
some
time.
reason. Yeah,
okay.
so that got all canceled, so I don't know what they're doing with him. But he
Well, it's
just,
good for us.
he just
He's here.
needs August 2nd.
So that's good.
Yeah,
So
it's good.
because we redid the entire resolution,
We're pulling it separate. So
We
can I have a
need it
motion
separate.
for 338, please?
So moved.
I'll second it.
Roll call?
Ellis.
Yes.
Hodson.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Yes.
And Brennan.
Yes. Let's see here. This is 360, so we're going to go to 358, authorizing payment of all bills. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
I'll make it second.
Roll call.
Ellis.
Yes.
Hodson.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Yes.
And Brennan.
Yes, we have an add-on resolution, Resolution 360, authorizing the application of the NJ Clean Energy Program Community Energy Planning Grant. Can I have a motion for that?
Make a motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Excuse me, Ellis.
Yes.
Hodson.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Yes.
And Brennan.
Yes. We're going to move on to approvals. Can I have a motion to approve the July 2nd, 2025 Township Committee meeting minutes? Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Can I have a motion to approve the monthly department reports for June of 2025?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Township committee reports. Oh, we started to clean it up fast once we got started. Mr. Rosenberg.
Mayor, no report this month other than to say it's proof once again there's nothing better when you're spending the summer at the Jersey Shore. So I would encourage everybody to do so safely. Wear your sunscreen, make your merry in a safe way, in a reasonable and responsible way. Enjoy the Jersey Shore and everything we have to offer, because there's nowhere else in the world you can find it.
That's true. Mr. Watson.
One thing, just to remind everybody that night out is August 5th at our park, and hope the weather cooperates and they won't have the humidity. They'll have a nice cool night and everybody have a good time and safe time. And I believe we have fireworks.
Yes, we do. I think that fireworks are being paid through the Clean Communities Grant.
That's right.
So-
And to our public safety, we've been pretty quiet with our fire company recently. No serious
That's good.
cases. I know they helped out Absecon the other night with a bad fire, but that's what we do.
And
Farmington went there.
We do it well. Mr. Ellis.
Well, like I said, just some sad few days and weeks for committee man and everybody else. We just gotta, just hang in there and keep EHC great.
Yeah. Keep EHT great. That's what we need to do, all of us. I actually just want to, actually I don't have anything tonight either, really. I do know this, Cardiff Volunteer Fire Company, if you were in the Cardiff territory, they sent out their fundraising notices. So please remember, these are all 100% volunteer, and they can use the funds. So if you get a fundraising letter from Cardiff, if you're in that area, if not, if you're Skullville, if you're Farmington, if you're Morgantown, West Atlantic City, please support our fire departments. Tom?
One thing to report to everybody, this morning we had a bond anticipation note sale. We had 6 bidders on the sale. The lowest bidder came in with a 2.797%.
Oh, the good old days are back. Well
For a
done.
$9.5 million note
Because the
sale.
feds are dropping their interest.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody was shocked in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
job.
2.225?
2.79?
2.79.
79.
So
That's great.
the professionals were thinking anything under 3 was good, and 2.7 is under
It's
3.
great.
It's great.
It's great.
And the other competitors were pretty close,
That's good.
so I thought that was good news.
That shows our economic viability.
Yep,
That's good.
and it works out perfect timing for next year with a bond sale and keeps our
Yeah,
debt
keeps the debt down.
status quo.
That's awesome. Mr. Friedman, anything?
I happened to be at the nature reserve this morning. Took a bike ride, and the park is looking great. I'd encourage everybody to go out there and enjoy themselves. Public Works Department is doing an excellent job in maintaining it. There are projects coming up with some students that are looking to do a film in the reserve. I'll be working with them next week to assist them and giving them background information. And we have a couple of projects on the board, and looking forward to them coming to fruition.
Do the turkey trot again this year? I know we're a
We'll
few
do
months
turkey
out, but
trot.
it's coming
Be
quick.
the date Saturday after Thanksgiving,
Good. Early
12th
plug.
annual.
Early plug. 12th annual?
That says turkey.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's wonderful. It's wonderful.
I also like to thank Public Works for the job that they did at the football concession stand. That building's been there 20-some years, and no one's ever touched it. Public Works did a miracle. They went out there and did a great job. Thank you so much, Public Works, because it's for our kids at that football field concession stand, and they really wanted to thank them for the job that they did.
That's older than 25 years.
They
Right?
do.
Yeah, I know it's over. He has over 20-some
They
years,
do a
about
great
40
job.
years.
Just hasn't been touched.
Yeah, it just haven't been touched in over 20-some years. Yeah.
Is there anyone in the governing body that would like to, or in the governing body, in the public that would like to address a governing body on any issue whatsoever? Mrs. Dilly, can you just give your name for the, I mean, I just did it, but.
Doris Dilly, 6330 Mill Road. My question is, what is the amount that is being canceled of the unexpended capital improvement fund balance? How much is that, and does that go back into the general fund? That's consent calendar item number 350.
Double check.
$25,000, that one?
Yeah, 25,000.
And one more question, how often do we do the resolution canceling? Is it yearly?
As needed. Goes back to 2019. It was money that was allocated back then for a project that never got spent. So rather than finance it, we're canceling it, and we won't.
And it goes back into the general fund?
Now we won't use it.
So what happens to the 25,000? It's been sitting, is that how I'm understanding
Yeah,
it?
it'll go back into the.
That's what I'm
sorry, in the
asking.
Yes, it goes back into the capital
Yeah,
fund.
that-
Yes.
so it goes,
There's the capital fund.
well,
It says
it's
it's
not the-
on
This, this was for capital improvements, so it would go into the capital fund.
Okay, then can you explain to me what's the difference between the capital fund and a capital improvement for the layperson?
So this was a capital ordinance done specifically for a project. We have a capital fund account as well, besides all the projects we do each year. So when something gets canceled, it goes back into our capital fund balance. Not the general fund, but the capital fund. So there's minimal money in there from old debt that we didn't use in a project.
Okay, so the capital fund is for projects, or I'm sorry, the capital improvement fund is for projects. What is the definition of just the capital fund where this money is going?
Just a separate bank account for capital improvement projects.
What is used, what is paid for out of the capital
It's
fund?
unassigned at this point. In other words, there's a capital improvement account
Okay,
that the improvements have been identified. I'll make sure they're properly funded. Those take care of those funds. When you have an older project like this, it goes into a fund for future use to be devoted to a capital improvement once the improvement is identified.
Okay.
That's my understanding of it.
what,
That's it. That's what it is.
how much money is currently in that fund?
I don't have that in front of me right now. I can get you an answer, but I'd have to go into our system and look.
Okay.
And it shows it was a Black Horse Pike money was left over from repair on the Black,
Yes.
where it was a road to the Black Horse Pike. We don't handle the Black Horse Pike, but it's, I forget which street it was.
And from 2019, what triggers the fact that it's on as a consent calendar item in 2025?
The CFO was reviewing old capital projects and old capital money, and she came across this, and it was no longer needed.
From 6 years ago?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice
It
night.
was a Fernwood and a Pike, Fernwood and a Pike repair.
Take your time, don't rush. Take your time.
Sorry. At this point, I've never done anything like this. I just have a question.
Can you just
Somebody
give your
tell me-
name for the record?
Oh, I'm sorry. Kelly Shaw.
And just your ad, I mean your town, not your address.
Oh, EHT.
Perfect.
I'm looking to see what's happening with what was Patcong Farms. Like, it seems to be at a standstill. Do we have any information as to what's going on?
Yes, there was a contractor that was a co-developer on the project.
Okay.
The contractor had posted a bond for the MUA for them to do sewer improvement work and other infrastructure work. Their check bounced.
Oh,
The
okay.
check bounced. We brought that to the attention of the other developer, that we were going to need to shut the project down because it was a violation of their developer's agreement.
Okay.
Lo and behold, the other developer made good on the check, which was approximately $170,000. I'm assuming they're in the market to find a new excavator.
So this is somebody that's just a site developer. That's what they're looking for?
I'm sorry,
A site developer, somebody who's,
the site developer, that's right.
are they starting the new road?
Well, that is part of the infrastructure improvements to be made to the project, but I'm assuming once they get a new excavator, new site contractor in place,
All right.
that you'll see that. gear
We're
up
looking
again.
at standing water that's over there. I live off of Red Oak. I'm looking at standing water. We're in the dead of summer. We have mosquitoes.
Okay.
It is getting crazy. Traffic on Blackman is getting to the point that it's downright dangerous. Even though it now has the flashing 25 whatever signs, I'm at Red Oak. They're coming back from those signs, traffic. They see a 35-mile-an-hour sign right there at the farm, right at the start. They hit the gas, they'll pass you. They're crossing double yellow lines to get around you because it's slowing traffic down with the flashing 25s. It's starting to get to be really ridiculous. And the fencing along the side is not holding the debris in. And now we're being inundated with geese, which is stopping traffic up real quick.
I'm sure the developer wants to get started with the project.
I'm
again,
sure.
But we will pass your comments on to the township engineer to look into those issues. that you
Okay,
raised.
because like just this past week, had 2 people ride through without even stopping at the 5 Points.
Yeah.
From Steelmanville. It's starting to get downright dangerous now.
No, that 5 points has gotten worse. I don't know why, after they cleared the
Because the
corners.
trees are
I
not
know.
there to block vision.
I almost got hit the other day.
Yes.
I know that road as well as anybody.
Yes.
Tom, maybe we could have Mr. Watkins look at that. I don't know if the sign on, what is that, Steelmanville? The stop sign is can be located better near Blackman to make sure the traveling, I wouldn't use another word, traveling public stops instead of thinking they could just yield out there.
But
I almost
without
got
the
the other
trees,
day.
the vision's just open
I know.
and people are not
And
seeing.
that's going to be straightened out at some point when they get going out there. But
Well,
it's gotten bad.
we see where it was. Now everything's overgrown again,
Maybe
so
we
you
can
don't
put-
see where that road's going to come in. But
Yeah, Tom, maybe he can look at, I don't know, with a flasher out there on, it looks like the Steelmanville roadside to Patcon is the issue. That's just me.
And with regards to any damage to your property or anything that's coming over from the construction site, we can absolutely.
It's just dust and dirt at this point. I can't open a window
Yeah.
because you're just inundated with the I'm the second house off the street,
Okay.
off of
Yeah.
Red Oak, but I mean, I have other neighbors that we all can't open a window. Because now at our end of where Pakong is, it's all sand and dirt. So you get a nice stiff northeast breeze or whatever it is, and it's all in your house.
And you got a lot of geese out there?
It is in the last handful of days, they're chasing them off of their front lawn. You know, and cars are stopping, and now with that fence
Yeah.
that was put up that's only like a foot and a half tall, you literally have to chase the geese and push them to hop over to get them onto the farm. And there's no sidewalks, there's no nothing. People are seeing
Yeah.
35 miles an hour and they're stomping on the gas now.
I don't know
Because
why,
the signs all say 25.
I don't know why that intersection is bad now. Because they cleared the corner that was wooded. No, it was always, it didn't change
It
the
was wooded.
No,
intersection.
that's a
They
shame.
cleared it out and I'll tell you,
It's worse.
it's not good, no.
Yeah, no, it's gotten seriously worse.
Okay.
And Chief, while you were here, could you just check that out for safety wise? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Oh, they'll be stopped.
Once the development is.
Oh, yeah.
Are they putting a traffic light there, or are they gonna make it a four-way stop? That's what I was trying to think.
Well, not that I know of on a four-way.
It's gonna be a two-way.
It's gonna be a two-way,
It's still like it is now. It's-
right, but it's gonna be straight on.
No, it's gonna be straight
It'll be
now.
straight
The
on.
roadway's being
I have the
completely,
plans. I
Okay.
went to the building, they gave me a blueprint,
Yeah.
which was perfect.
Complete
That was
realignment of the
really
roadway.
Who we get your name for the record
Oh,
though?
Robert John Hancock.
Okay.
I'm
EHT.
right there in the HC.
Okay, perfect.
John Hancock.
Okay,
That's part of the Hancock.
All right.
I got one more. Tom, if you could have Bob or even the chief look at Schoolhouse and Zion. Okay, I know we changed that a bit when we took some property, but they're blowing through that stop sign. It looks like Schoolhouse as they cross Zion to head out to Mace Landing Road. And I don't know if we could put flashers on that or what. You could, that, they straightened it once, but that's not doing much.
You got it.
Steelmanville, yeah.
Chief, this ties into what you've been saying for the last few months. It's on every road. They're just, speed had picked up where it shouldn't be.
I don't know how, I saw them blow through there, and another couple seconds, it would have been me. I don't know how he decided not to stop and just go
We
straight.
do our best. I mean, we
Yeah.
listen, we get the complaints from the speeders on Blackman Road. We invested, the township invested in some technology to put out there. Again, I can't stress enough, it's changing behavior. I mean, we can only do so much. We only have so many resources. So we'll try, again, I would think that the fact that they cleared that land has better site visibility for motorists that they would be able to see, because that's what we did over on Riga and
Kate's.
Cates Avenue. The site, cleared up the vegetation, better site picture so people can see. And the stats show we've had literally like one accident.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do as far as improving any issue at that intersection now, other than maybe doing some enforcement. We put the signs out there because it is residential and because of the historical complaints that we come from Blackman Road and the residents, which are rightful because it's a residential area, and both those signs that we invested in, we put on Blackman. We still have another 68 square miles of that potential to cover.
Yeah.
So, as far as Zion and Schoolhouse, we can send our traffic officers. I'll talk to Sergeant Stearns. to
I
see if
think
there's
it's the
something
stop sign on Schoolhouse coming from English Creek that may be sitting back, right, Chief, too far. And maybe a bigger one with the flashers. I mean, we're not changing the intersection, but they're just blowing through there. I can't believe that they want to get to Maze Lane Road. I mean, it's like mice, they find their own way. They're cutting across off of English Creek to go straight out Schoolhouse to Maze Lane Road. I don't know, going to Summers Point or wherever the hell they want. They're not local people.
Summertime people.
Nope.
Yeah, summertime. Thanks, Chief. Thank you. All right. Is there anyone else that would like to address the governing body? Mr. McGlinchey.
Good evening, Mayor. Edmund Lynchry, 7 Sunset Boulevard. Looking to see if there's any update on the community rating system recertification.
I just asked about that
Shit,
this
we made
morning.
it too late. The engineer's office is working on it with the construction official.
And by the next
That's all I really
meeting,
need
we'll
to know.
have some kind of answer at the next
I'll
meeting.
definitely have an update.
That's all I'm looking for. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
I was a minute too late this morning.
A couple hours ago.
That's it.
And nice hat, too.
Okay.
Nice hat. CB's, yeah. I assume you were a CB.
Let's see if you want.
Close the public.
Can I have a motion to close the public portion?
So moved.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Tom, do we have a need for a closed session?
Yes, it should be brief. Two
I've heard that
topics.
before.
Two topics.
Okay.
We had four,
I've heard
we
that
eliminated
before.
Try to be
two.
brief.
Resolution 359, authorizing the Township Committee to convene in a closed executive session to discuss matters which may involve personnel and/or legal matters. Whereas the Open Public Meeting Act permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances.